Welcome, everybody, to Catfish Weekly, presented by Excel Boats, along with the Dr. Tim Lang and Cindy Stokes. I am Lyle, and welcome to the show. Doc, we got a big one tonight.
Yes, we do.
We have a bunch of folks a few folks that donated prizes back and wanted to make sure they was given away to our veterans. And I thought that was a great idea. And then we had a bunch of our sponsors step up to the plate and donated even more stuff. So a lot of these guys are going to win some prizes tonight. And, of course, we're going to be spinning the Rigrap prize wheel. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we appreciate everybody that's taking their Monday night to tune in on Catfish Weekly.
Absolutely. And we have Brian St. Alma with us. Welcome to the show, Brian.
Hey, thank you, Doc, Lyle, Cindy. How are y'all doing tonight?
Cindy's not in the camera, but she's waving at you.
Nice, Cindy.
Man, we're going to make a descent on Texas here in a few weeks that you've never seen before.
Wait a minute. 17 days, 9 hours, 57 minutes, and 14 seconds.
Oh, that's making me nervous.
PK.
I'll bet it is. The question I have, first of all, Brian, is Skinny's Almanac all printed up where I can get a copy so I know where to go fish when I get there?
Probably not.
Probably.
It'll probably be ready the 20th.
That sounds about right, man. You guys have been going live on Friday or Thursday nights, and last week it was Wednesday night, which was fine with me. But it's getting close now. You guys are going to be doing that every week?
We'll do that every Wednesday till the tournament. We have kids playing football and volleyball, and that's just happened to be the free night for all four of us or three of us. Ty's no longer lives at Possum Kingdom. He lives at Lake Texoma, which is a big help. So he's doing a lot of work up there trying to get ready for the Texoma tournament because he lives right on Texoma now. So
awesome.
More than likely you'll see the three of us up till the tournament.
So if I go down there, he'll know where the fish is at and he can show me where to catch them?
Maybe. I don't want to say anything.
I never would do that. I know some guys do that, but that's really not fair. But we're really, really excited about getting ready to be at PK. We was talking before the show. Doc's getting his place to stay all lined out. He's going to fish with Catfish dude Steve Douglas, and they'll have a great time. They've been buddies for years and years and years, known each other for a long time. But if I remember, Doc, Steve told me here a while back, you guys have never fished together before.
No, fished against each other for years in tournaments. And
that ought to be a blast.
Yeah, so we're going to, two old dudes are going to probably put a lot of knowledge together and try to see if we can pull this off.
I'm looking forward to that. And Steve has a little bit of experience at PK. He fished last year.
Yeah, that'll make a big difference.
I think he learned something right there at the end, so I'm excited to see how that goes this year.
And then we got Chris and Kylie Baldwin to worry about on top of it. Have they won it the last couple of years?
Jerry Dillard, John Dillard won it the first year, and then Chris and Kylie won it last year.
Yeah.
That's two teams to worry about right there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna tie a rope around John and Jerry and let them drag me around, and then if I don't like what they're doing, I'll go do something else.
Right.
Somebody's asking Carl Wells asking, how's the shad there at PK?
I'll tell you, I've been traveling around a lot. Me and Skinny been gone for the last couple of weeks fishing tournaments, so I haven't fished in my home lake much. But I went out Saturday afternoon, had a really tough time, met a couple of fishermen on the lake, and they said they were having a tough time. But we eventually found some really good shad. I mean, there's tons of shad everywhere you go on this lake. They're anywhere from 1 to 3 inches, and most people don't want those shad. But we looked around. We ended up finding some 6 to 8 inch shad before we went fishing right at dark. Tons of shad. Just got to look for them.
Spend your time. Put your time in on the water. Everybody that's watching, if you would, right below our screen is a share button. Please reach down and share it because we're going to announce here in a few minutes all of the veterans that entered our contest for our giveaway for the veterans tonight. and it would be nice if a lot of people was watching and listening to hear those guys' names brought up. Some of them guys spent a lot of time in the military taking care of us. So these guys, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a great time with this. But, do you have any good news, any new news to tell us before we get started on this, Brian?
Well, I think there's a lot of news, a lot of things we're working on. There was an announcement made today. So Cat Masters and MRM, George Young Jr., have announced today that we're working on a tournament, a big payout tournament. July 25th, I believe, is what the date is. That was announced today, I think just an hour or so ago. Still working on that. There's a lot of things going on right now in the tournament industry. I think 2020 is probably going to be huge, probably the biggest year for tournaments across the board for money given out to anglers in tournaments, and we're looking forward to that. We're working on 2 other ones as well.
Well, that's awesome, man. Glad to hear that. And Texoma, once we get past PK, we're going to be looking forward to your big Texoma tournament. And you've got a lot of boats entered in this, but there's still room for several more.
There is. I think we have 162 teams right now. We're capped at 300. We feel like that we'll still make that 300 mark by probably end of December. We have a lot of vendors for the Boat Show Expo that are signing on. The last couple of days, things are moving pretty quick right now.
Once that tournament gets to, if you're at 162, I believe that once you make it to the 200 mark, that last 100 will go. It should go pretty quick. People are going to get worried that they're going to get left out like they did at PK. And I know that you have a waiting list for PK, but surely 300 will just about get everybody in that's wanting to fish Texoma.
Yeah, I think so. I believe that, again, I think I agree with you. When we get to 200, it'll go pretty quick.
Yeah, I think it will. And Texoma is a lake that's known for big fish. It once held the world record blue cat weight. I believe it was 121 pounds. And if I was a betting person, and I'll almost bet on anything, if the odds are right, I would bet there's some more relatives of that fish still in that lake somewhere.
Yeah, and I think, with 300 anglers fishing that tournament for 2 days, we're going to see some really big fish come in to weigh in.
One of the things that I've been asked several times, Brian, and I don't really know the answer to it, but guys are asking me what kind of weights are they to be expecting at PK, and do they have all 3 species of catfish there?
We have all 3 species of catfish. I think I don't have the numbers in front of me, but if I were to fish this tournament at PK, we'd have a 5 fish weigh in each day. I think between 60 and 70 pounds was the top weight each day. Kylie and Chris right around 60, mid 60s. I think big fish was Josh Smith and Brandon Kennedy with a 46-pound fish, I believe. They pushed them in second place on the second day. We have bigger fish. I've caught multiple fish. We've lived here for full time the last 5 years. Been here for 11 years. I've caught multiple fish over 50 pounds. I really believe with that the quality anglers that are coming to PK, we'll see a new lake record caught.
That would be amazing.
The week. There's some big fish in this lake. It's just a tough lake to fish. A lot of structure. We got 110 foot of water on one end of the lake, muddy water on the other end of the lake. It's up for grabs.
That's
and the
awesome.
Conditions this year are going to be right now are going to be so much different than what we had last year. We had flood conditions last year, which the river was running. There was guys able to bump, which is unusual for Texas waters. But who knows what's going to happen this year?
Well, I see that Jerry Dillard says fish for 70 pounds per day.
Yep, that's what I would do. I would target 15 pounders, 15 to 20 pounders each day.
Yep. And there's no skipjack, so shad is probably shad, bluegill, stuff like that's probably your bait of choice, maybe.
It is the bait of the choice. I'll tell you a story. I fished winter blues for the first time 2 years ago. That was the first time I saw skipjack. It was 2 years ago or 3 years ago. And I brought some back with me. And I froze them, refroze them, went out fishing about a week later on PK and had my best fishing day on PK with skipjack. And they were the mushiest, unfresh bait I've ever fished with in my life. So I'm not saying you can't, but I was by myself. I got pictures of them. There were multiple 30 and 40 pounders caught after work, like on a Tuesday.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think everybody's excited to be coming down there, and I know that Texoma is going to be a big deal, and your 2021 tournament is catching a lot of people checking it out.
Yeah, we're working on that again today. We're working with Decatur Tourism and working on some dates. Our first date that we had, I think it was the second weekend in March, was declined. Then we're working on the third weekend in March. I'm not sure those dates, but we got a lot of work to do on there. I'll be there. I'll be in Alabama in November. I have some meetings set up in Gunnersville and Wilson. Still working on that. But that's a done deal. We're still having the tournament, just trying to work out the details, exact date in March.
Right. So what do you think? Jerry Diller says worms also work good. Do you think he's psyching people out?
Jerry does not use worms.
I'm sure that he does not. Yeah, he's using cut bait. I'd almost bet on it.
Maybe, but
yeah.
Sorry, Jerry.
Jerry's a hoot, man, and he'll be a tough competitor down there.
He's a big, real tough competitor.
Yep.
We got a lot of competitors coming that's going to be tough to beat.
I think you're right, and you're having some of the big name guys show up down there, and not that you didn't have before, but you're having more of them.
More of them are coming, yeah.
And they'll figure that lake out. You know, some of these guys been doing this a long time. You put Doc and Steve on a lake for a week, and I promise you they'll come in with fish.
Oh, I'm excited to see how that goes. I mean, there's a lot of guys that are coming. I mean, we're expecting probably 100 teams here by Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I'm almost excited about going and fishing this tournament myself.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I'm a little bit aggravated with Steve because Doc and Cindy and I fish together quite a little bit or once in a while, and he stole my guy, you know, so him and I are going to have to sit down and have a chat about that. But, it's
you in 2020.
Yep, we'll be at Doc will be fishing with Cindy and I down at Texoma, and we're really excited about that.
Right.
We usually catch a few fish. We always have a good time. We don't always fare well in the tournaments, but Doc, does it really matter?
Nah.
Yeah, I didn't think so. It never matters to me. You betcha. That's what it's all about. Hey, Brian, pick me out a number. Let's give away something.
Okay.
1 to 5.
How about number 5?
5 it is. 1. I got to get a new mouse for this one. 2. 3, 4, and 5. And for you guys wondering why that I don't do a screen share and put it up there, because I'm using 2 separate computers and you can't share from one to the next. Miss Hillbilly Catfishing is the winner, and Cindy will reach Miss Hillbilly Catfishing. And you can just spin the old Rigrap prize wheel. Structure Snakes, Miss Hillbilly Catfishing. If you will contact Rusty Jackson with Structure Snakes and tell him you was a winner on the Rigrap prize wheel game watching Catfish Weekly, he will ship you out some of his great products. I know you'll enjoy them. We use them. Doc, Cindy, and I all use them. I imagine Brian's tried them out. They're a great drifting weight. And just contact him and tell him you won, and he will ship them to you. Thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly and playing the Rigrap prize wheel game. And Rusty, thank you so much for everything you do for us. We appreciate it more than we can ever describe. All right. So what else do we need to talk about PK and all the upcoming events you got going?
Well, I'll touch on, so if you come here to PK early, starting Tuesday. We have a pre-fishing event starting Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and now all 3 days are worth $1,500 for big fish.
Nice.
Wednesday night, starting at Wednesday evening. If the anglers that are already here, we encourage you to come up to the event center at the Chamber of Commerce with 200 teams coming. If you would on Thursday afternoon, if you want to come up 5 to 7, we'll be open. We'll be open all day. We'll be setting up on Wednesday, but come in and sign up and sign your paperwork and make sure we got all of your anglers on your boat correct and get your goodie bag. You can start that on Wednesday from 5 to 7. And at 7 o'clock, as long as we have Boondocks Bar and Grill Wednesday night. We're going to have a contest where we'll give away prizes. What's the name of that game we're playing? Minute to Win It. Brandy is going to be the host at Boondocks Bar and Grill. She is PK One Stop. I know you guys had never been there, but once you get here, you'll understand what PK One Stop is for your breakfast burritos, bait. It's packed full every morning with anglers. The owner, Brandy, will be there at Boondocks Bar and Grill. We'll have the contest. It's going to be a lot of fun, but I encourage you to get there early. By Wednesday, I'm sure there'll be 300 to 500 anglers already here. That place only holds about 180 people. It's going to be first come, first serve.
Oh, damn. I was hoping for a reservation. Skinny
I can probably take care of you there.
Skinny told me that if I would show up down there, Cindy, Doc, and I, that not only would you buy drinks, but you'd buy our dinner every night.
You say Skinny would or me?
No, he said you would.
I think Ty's coming to do that, Lau.
Oh, okay.
Ty and Renee will be here that week. So we have a really good time at Boondocks Bar and Grill. They're a big sponsor, and it's a great place to eat.
Sweet. Well, we love to eat, and
T-Med Alexander wants to know where is a good place to get gas for the boat around PK Lodge.
On PK Lodge, we have 3 sponsors, and they all sell fuel, and they're the only places that sell fuel in the lake. We have some places on the water that are credit card only if you're on the water and you need gas. But North 40 is one. It's close to PK Lodge, or fairly close to PK Lodge. Mr. C's and PK One Stop. That's the only 3 places we have. So a lot of you that have never been here before, this is not like going to a big city. This is a really small community. They're all right there. We're right. You're not going to miss anything. We're all together. We have a couple restaurants, a couple gas stations, convenience stores. It is October. We're in summer hours. A lot of the folks are going to stay open a little longer than what they normally would, but it's safe here. Skinny and I have been traveling for 2 weeks from St. Louis to Memphis, and you know what that entails. Here, you don't have to lock your doors. You can go to the boat ramp, leave your stuff in the back of the truck. I'm not saying do that, but it's a friendly little community. Big lake, small town.
Sounds like a place to be. Sounds like a place to be.
What is this guy doing?
Which one? I don't know. But you better be really careful. Because it won't take long till he'll be missing in action.
Going.
Yeah. Oh, I was getting ready. You beat me to it. I can't believe you beat me to it, Doc.
Yeah, that's true. When Doc has been fishing for so long, he still thinks he's rocking just sitting there. Got that right.
All right.
Can I answer a question I see on there?
You can.
Go right ahead.
I see somebody encouraging 5 fish to 3 fish to 2 fish limits. A lot of you've already seen this is already going into place. We're already seeing Texoma. We've moved it to a 3 fish limit. But I'm going to answer that. Every body of lake has a different type of fish. PK, we have a 5-fish limit because we're smaller fish. We're not going to see the weigh-ins. Even on a good day, we're still looking at 67, 70 pounds of fish coming in. I agree with what you're saying. Texoma's 3 fish. Moving forward with some of the tournaments we're putting on there, I don't know that we'll ever get down to 2 fish. There's some strategic reasons why, but 3 fish. Most of our tournaments will be 3 fish.
I think 3 fish is where it should be. I've said this before, and I'll mention it again. A 1-fish tournament, anybody can trip on 1 fish at any given time.
Yeah,
It's extremely possible in a 2-fish limit tournament to trip on 2 good fish. You may never catch a fish in your life you could possibly trip on 2. It's impossible to trip on 3. And there's no reason to put 5 in a boat. I know that these directors want big weigh-ins for their tournaments, but all you're doing is taking a chance on losing fish. So,
to me, it's not all about just about the big weigh-in. It's about the fishing community, the teams that enjoy traveling. If you're going to travel 1,000 miles and we make it a 1-fish, 2-fish limit, those guys aren't coming. I mean, you're not going to travel 1,000 miles for a 2-day tournament if you're just going after 1 big fish or the 2 biggest fish. You got to. It's tougher for competitors to catch a bag of 3 fish each day. As a competitor, that's the way I look at it. And I know a lot of these, not negatively looking at it, I agree with what you're saying. As a director, it'd be a lot easier to have 1-fish weigh-ins.
Oh, absolutely.
But if you only have 5 people show up, then we've kind of defeated the purpose. So I'm not saying just 5 people show up, but there's different lakes have different strategic ways we can have these tournaments. PK is 5, and we're fine here with 5 fish. I know we have 200 teams showing up this year. If we see a problem, then we'll change it next year. But
right.
Texoma's 3 fish.
But Texoma's got gigantic fish in it, and PK is not that advanced in their fishery yet.
Correct.
So at some point they may get there. And if they do, I know that you guys will make the proper adjustments.
Absolutely. I love the 3-fish weigh-in.
Yeah, I do too. I know we used to do them, and we'd do a 3-fish weigh-in, even on Channel Cat. And I want to tell you, when in Channel Cat waters, a 3-fish weigh-in, a lot of times the weigh-in from one place to the next is separated by ounces, and that gets pretty exciting.
Yes.
Yeah.
It really does. And I see people whining all the time. Well, I'm not going to fish a Channel Cat tournament. Well, they're just as much fun, and they pay just as much money as Blue Cat and Flathead tournaments. So I have no problem fishing with them. I can turn in a 30-pound sack of Channel Cat or a 50 or 75, 100-pound sack of Blue Cats, and if it pays the same, it don't make no difference to me which one I'm in.
Right.
It just don't make any difference. So,
and I agree with that. I mean, we travel. Skinny, one of the draws is the fish in the Mississippi River is a chance to catch one of those big fish. So
that's right.
Spend the money, hotel money for a couple of weeks of $1,500 into a tournament. It's not all about the payout. Sometimes it's a chance to catch the fish of a lifetime. And I was able to do that last week, and it made my week. I didn't catch any fish on the tournament, but there's a reason that guys travel to those tournaments that have the big fish. Or travel to a tournament that's going to pay a lot. May have small fish with all Channel Cat, but there's a delicate balance between all these tournaments, and we're trying to find that balance between each lake, what we can do with the weigh-ins, etc. I think you know what I'm talking about.
I sure do, and I think on big tournaments, any tournament that has the possibility of even 30 or 40-pound fish, the limit should be 3. Just my personal opinion. Now, I could be all right with the 5-fish Channel Cat limit, providing everyone has adequate live wells.
Yes.
But that's something that's going to have to be addressed, is adequate live wells in tournaments, regardless of whether you're fishing for flatheads, Channel Cats, or blues. It doesn't matter. And when they make those changes for their tournament on live well size, then that's when they can say, well, live well this size can handle 5 Channel Cat or 3 blues, or if you got a 100-gallon live well, but everybody's not going to have a boat big enough to sustain a 100-gallon live well. Correct. So that's the reason why the 3-fish is so important. But like I say, 2-fish tournaments, you could go out 3 or 4 times a year and trip on 2 fish. I mean,
Right.
and if that's no skill if you're tripping on them.
No.
I know a guy in Iowa that fishes with a couple of good partners, and if it wasn't for that, he'd have to trip on them every time he goes. But that's just the way it is. He's got some good partners. They keep him on fish, makes him look good.
Right. And I'm not saying that you couldn't have there's the big bass splash in the bass industry. They have, I used to fish. I fished it 7 years in a row, and it's about one fish, and it pays out about $750,000.
Yep, they have,
and that's a cool tournament. I'm not saying the catfish industry couldn't have a tournament like that. That'd be a cool tournament, but that's not where we are right now, and who knows where it'll go from there.
That's exactly right. And I know they do a one fish tournament out east, but I would never drive that far to bank on one fish. Like I say, 7 or 8 teams in there could not ever been there before and trip on one good fish.
Yes.
There's no skill to that. And
No.
I feel the same way about 2 fish tournaments. You could hit a spot where there's a pair, catch them both, whether you'd ever been there or not, whether you'd ever been on the lake before or not. You could trip on 2 good fish. You ain't going to trip on 3.
No.
You're just not going to do it.
But three fish is a good balance, I think.
Yep. Yeah, I do too. And there's just no need for anything else. But
Hey,
Tony Caton
wants to give away a school 50-pound slime line.
All right. Well, you know what, Doc? Have you got your stuff loaded up?
Give me a sec.
I knew you would do that. Thank you, Tony. We appreciate Big Cat Fever. We had the show that we're doing tonight, Brian, was we had some people that actually donated their winnings, and they wanted to donate it to veterans. And the only way that we could figure out how to do that was to have people sign up for it to get those prizes. Well, when we started doing that, one of them was a rod and one of them was a gift certificate, and there was something else. And the next thing you know, we got sponsors donating stuff to give away. So everybody that signed up, they're not all going to win prizes, but there's going to be some pretty good prizes given away for these guys. And we're going to go through that here in just a minute.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, Doc.
And
Who
the
gets
winner
the
of the
slime
slime
line?
line is James Dockery.
James Dockery, congratulations. Contact Tony at Big Cat Fever. Send him an email, and he will hook you up with a 1-pound spool of slime line. Thank you, Tony. We appreciate it so much. And James, don't let Katie use that line. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Works out really good. But like I say, we're going to spin the Rigrap prize wheel, and we're going to give away all the stuff that we have donated for the veterans. What's that, Doc?
Time to spin right now.
Well, why don't you give me a number, and we'll just do that.
Thank you, James. James said, Doc, give it to a vet tonight.
All right. Let me write that down on my list. James, thank you so much.
That's pretty awesome. Thanks.
That is pretty awesome. It must be already past it, Cindy. Oh, a 50-pound heavy cover line. Is that what you're talking about?
I think.
Is that something different, Tony, or is that the...
No, it's just what we just gave away.
Okay, what we just done. All right. I don't want...
Just done.
Yeah, that's what Doc said. So I'll go with that. All right, Doc, pick me out a number between 1 and 10, or 1 and 5. Don't my God, I don't want you having hold of a 10.
Oh, man.
No way.
Oh, boy. All right. We'll go with 5, and I'll go with half.
All righty. 1, 2.
Man, I was closest to throwing out 10 on.
Yeah, I don't doubt that. 5. And the winner is Eric Blair, Blair. Congratulations, Eric. Cindy's writing and not spinning.
Oh, is that who that's for?
Yeah.
Who gets a 50-pound slime line?
We're going to do, he's donated that back to this here.
Yeah, and it's leader line.
It's leader line. I've been wanting to try some of that. Hooker's Terminal Tackle. Eric, you just won yourself some Mad Catter hooks. If you'll contact James R. Wood, and tell him use a winner on a spin on the Rigrap prize wheel game, he will hook you up with a package of Mad Catter hooks. You're going to love them. They're great. James is a great sponsor to us. Thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly and playing the Rigrap prize wheel game. And James, I've always, you guys are going to be impressed with James. You think you're impressed with him giving them hooks away. You just wait a little bit when you see what he done for our veterans. It's amazing, and we'll be doing that here in just a little bit. All right. Where was we at, Brian?
I have no clue. I would like to also, if you're watching Facebook Live, the tournament on October 18th and 19th, we have a professional company coming in. We're excited about. It's going to have commercials, interviews, a lot of stuff going on the 18th and 19th for PK tournament. Chad Ferguson's going to be with us Saturday. I think he's going to help give away the money for the CART team, and he's also going to be helping us doing the interviews on Saturday evening at the weigh-in, a part of that process. But there's a lot of things going on that week that we're looking forward to.
That'd be a lot of fun. That'll be a lot of fun, and he's I know CART has jumped in with you guys in a big way, and yeah, he's a sponsored tournament or angler from them.
Yeah, he's a pro staffer for CART. He tried his best to be able to fish the tournament. He's got a lot of stuff going on.
Men or women too.
Mm-hmm.
But he would definitely be here
why would you say
to help
that?
us out.
Someone put that in there.
Oh, Pat, honey, I know that you're not a man. I know that. I've met you. I understand that. And I read your thing, and I'm going to go through that also here in a little bit. But, yeah, Pat Dennis started out as a whack in the military, for those of you know what that is, which I do, and ended up in the Army. So thank you so much, Pat, for everything that you've done. But you're right. They're not all men. There's a lot of ladies now that have military careers, and some of them are way up in there. And I did not mean to any way to think that was the case, because it's definitely not. Yeah, 50-pound leader line. That's awesome, man. I can't wait to try some of that stuff out. All right. Where was you at? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, we're just talking about the live part of it. It's going to be we have a YouTube channel as well. We don't use it, but it will be live on YouTube and Facebook. So those of you that can't make the tournament on the 18th and 19th, it'll be live on our Facebook page and YouTube channel.
I'm thinking y'all just turn that loose with Skinny and let him have it. Let her rip. He can walk around with this. Get him a mount for his phone. Put it up on his hat. Let him walk around with that. Get him a microphone hooked up to it.
Wow, let's don't give him any ideas.
I got to tell you, we sat down there at Mississippi River Monsters a couple of days in that 102-degree temperature in the shade with old Skinny, and we had a ball. He's a blast. I couldn't believe that he wasn't out pre-fishing, but as hot as it was, I could understand it. You know, it just was miserable. I seen you when you come in down there, and you look burnt to a crisp.
Well, I was. When I caught that big fish on Monday, I'd only been fishing for about an hour, and that fish kicked my butt. I was done.
Yeah.
I had to go to my hotel room. I think it was 104 degrees on Monday.
Yeah.
It was hot.
There was
no breeze.
Yeah, that makes it worse.
It was hotter than it was in Texas.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And the humidity was wet.
Oh, it was terrible.
You know, so it just, I know I got sick that one day, but after that, I was okay.
Yep.
It was definitely draining.
There was something that I missed here. I don't know. Carl Wells sent a message here, and I don't know. Man, you guys are going faster than I can. Oh, yeah. I want to know about Wi-Fi down there for PK, how that is.
The Wi-Fi at the event center, I'm assuming?
I would guess. I don't really know.
So we have a company coming in, I think next week, that's setting up Wi-Fi to help us with the live feed. So the Wi-Fi in the event center will be it should be fine, but we have a private setting for the live feed, so we don't have any troubles like we did last year. As far as on the water, it's pretty good until you get up into Caddo Creek. Up the river, you have none, and you have none up in Cedar Creek. But on the north side of the lake, it's got plenty of Wi-Fi. I say Wi-Fi. You have plenty of cell phone service.
Mm-hmm.
The Wi-Fi actually in town is fine, and at the event center, it's good. It's just not good enough for a live feed, but we've set that up. And thank you to NSB. They're doing it for free, and that's
Good.
a big deal to us.
Hey, oh, absolutely. Team Cox, if you're interested in a great catfishing boat, contact me after the show. I have a deal on one, and it is by far, to this date, the greatest boat that I've ever been in, and I've had some nice ones. So if you're interested in one, let me know. So
if I have a second too, I'd like to go over this rule. I think it's important for you guys that are coming to pre-fish too, PK, that we've implemented. We've said it a lot on our live feed, and it for you guys too. So we've opened up a third ramp. So teams 1 through 80 will ramp at what we call public ramp at Sam's Dock. 81 through 200 will ramp at North D&D. So if we've opened up South D&D, if you want to ramp at South D&D, which is literally right across the street from North D&D, but if you drove by boat, it would take you 45 minutes to get from one spot by water. But you can walk across the street. It's a narrow part of peninsula. But if you want to fish on the south side of the lake, when you come into either Wednesday between 5 and 7 or Thursday before the captain's meeting, when you get your packet and sign your papers, you declare then if you want to fish out of South D&D ramp, you must fish out of there for the 2 days. But it's an opportunity to knock off some of the travel time from one end of the lake to the other. And it helps us spread boats out.
And that's a good deal.
So if you're pre-fishing up here and you decide that that's where you want to go, get you to just tell us on Wednesday from 5 to 7 and Thursday before the captain's meeting, and we'll get that figured out. But number 1 through 80 will ramp at public ramp, and that's at Sam's Dock. Now, if some of those folks pick South D&D, we'll take some of the numbers from North D&D and fill those in because we can only put 80 boats at the public ramp. And that's where we'll have the launch from, where we'll have the prayer, national anthem, and call out from there. All the festivities are coming out of Sam's Dock.
Awesome. Great information. Anything else like that you have to share with us?
As far as the PK tournament, that's all I have right now. That's to me, that's very important information. If you're pre-fishing, when you figure out where you want to go, you need to know that.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, we'd love to have you between 5 and 7 on Wednesday. Everybody show up. So on Thursday, we don't have long lines, and we're expecting probably 600 to 700 people at the event center. It's fairly small. It'll be packed full. There's a lot of things going on Thursday afternoon. I know a lot of you will already be here, so we look forward to seeing you hopefully on between 5 and 7 on Wednesday.
I can't wait to get there. That sounds like a hoot, man. Especially if Skinny's buying dinner
On Wednesday night?
whatever.
I believe so. I think you said Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Hey, and this is probably one of the best fish fries you'll ever go to. We've had anglers the last couple of years message us after this dinner, and this is from Laurel McCracken and Daryl Green. I don't know if you met Daryl. Daryl actually fished the MRM last week. Him and his wife cooked the fish. Probably the best fish fry you'll ever go to.
I love fish and I love to eat, so I'll be right at home. Hell, I might eat so much I won't even be able to go fish. I'll just sit there and eat, and I'd be okay with that. John Patrick, I would throw in some rig wraps and a rod if that's what it'd take to get this thing moved. I got a new boat sitting in Jeff City, and I need to get it picked up. I need to get this one moved right away. So, if you're interested, we'll hook you up.
I saw a question. It says, Brian, are there still vendor booths available? We do have a few vendors at PK, but there's still a lot of vendor space open for Texoma. We're only allowing a couple of people booth space at PK, and they've been with us for this will be the third year. Danny King has a booth. John Adams had a booth the last 2 years. I think Nate's taken that over. We're on limited space at PK, so we only have a couple of booth spaces there. But as far as Texoma, we've already started. It's picked up quite a bit this week and last week. We sold a lot of booths, but there's still a lot of booths left over for vendors for Texoma.
Cindy just told me that if I sit there and eat too much, she'll be looking for a fishing partner because she's fishing. She ain't going down there to horse around. So maybe I ought to take it easy on the fish. Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. I like to eat. Jay Smith would like to know, can you post a map on PK's Facebook page with the third ramp marked?
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I think we actually have a map. It's on our webpage. Is it correct?
Yeah, it's on there, but the next one.
Give them
It's not marked, but we'll change that.
Okay.
We have, I think on that we have the chamber marked where we're having the event at. A lot of places to stay. If you're still looking for places to stay, it's on the map as well, and it's on the webpage, thecatmasters.com.
Good deal. There was something that I was going to say here. I just seen go by. Oh, we got 83, 84 thumbs up. Thank you guys so much. If we get to 100, we're going to give something away. Glenn don't even know we're going to give it away, but it'll be from him. So, what's that? Oh, I haven't seen that. So, you'll have to get that figured out and write it down on my list because I don't know about that. But, Doc, it's time we spun the Rigrap prize wheel again. So, Cindy, pick me out a number. Whoop, I picked up the wrong thing here. One. Oh, I love you, baby. And the winner is Eric Jackson. Eric Jackson. I don't remember Eric's name ever coming up again. There for a while, all the time, it was Carl Wells, and then it was his wife, Sandy, and it was Carl again. Rigrap. We got him, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
We got him. We haven't hit Glenn in a while. Eric, if you will send me your address after the show, you can either message me on our Facebook page or send me a message at catfishweeklytv@gmail.com and send me your shipping address. I will send you out one of Glenn's great products. Thank you so much for watching Catfish Weekly. And Glenn, you know you are the best. Thank you so much for being a sponsor to our show for a long, long time and do lots and lots of stuff for us. So we appreciate it a great deal. Glenn is so thrilled because behind me each week is usually a banner. And it's almost always a Rigrap banner. And one of the reasons for that is I have asked all of our sponsors and told them if they would send me a banner like this, we would rotate them out. And only a couple of them has ever sent them, and some of them is no longer in the mix of things. So if you are a sponsor of our show and would like to have your banner put up behind Doc or I, you need to send it to us because we can't do it if we don't have them. All right.
We're up 95.
Sonny said 110, but I'm not seeing it.
Saying there's 110 in chat.
Oh, 110 in chat.
Yeah. 96.
Well, we might just make that. Yeah, Tony gave away that
size banner.
What's that?
What size banner?
What size banners?
Oh, heck, I don't know. They're 3 by 8,
By
I believe.
I
3
know,
by 6.
yeah, the one Steve Douglas sent me is like 3 by 6.
Doc, get loaded up. Tony Caton says, let's give away a spool of 80-pound leader line. Man, I got to have some of that stuff. I tried some leader line that who was it fished this last year, MRM? Trevor Niederhoff had. And it tied so good and the knot held so tight and it didn't loosen up. I was really impressed with that. So I'm really anxious to try what Tony's got. But we're going to give away a one spool of 80-pound leader line from Big Cat Fever.
All right, and the winner is the guy that I fished this past weekend, Mr. Mike Lewis, Whiskers Tickler Outdoors.
All right, Mike Lewis is the winner. Mike, if you will contact Mike Lewis at Big Cat Fever Rods and tell Tony and the boys that you won the one spool of 80-pound leader line. And let us know how that works out for you, because I'm excited about that. I know they've been working on it for some time, and I can't wait to try some of it. I think it's going to be a great product for them. And I'm just anxious. Congratulations, Tony. Thanks again for everything you do.
Now we need to do Glenn's.
Jonathan. Okay, Jonathan, message me after the show about the boat. I will help you out with that then, if you would, please. What was that, Doc?
We need to do Glenn's for the 100.
Glenn, yeah.
Okay, and the winner is Kentucky Catman Outdoor Adventures.
Kentucky Catman Outdoor Adventures. Jim, if you will contact Glenn and tell him you is the winner of the drawing for the 100 likes on tonight's show, and then he can let me know if he's going to send you something or if I need to ship it out from here. I'm not sure what he's going to do, but you're going to win something from Rigrap, and appreciate you watching the show and being in chat with us tonight, my friend. Well, Jerry Dillard, that was not me. I didn't bring no rain last year because I wasn't there last year.
Right.
But believe me, as much rain as we've had this year, I wouldn't make me mad if I brought her down there and it stayed with you guys. Man, this rains all the time up here. It's nuts. All right, Brian, what else we got to go over for tonight?
Tons of stuff. I don't know. Did we announce tonight? Or no? My wife's over here talking in my ear. Somebody asked what my American catfish tournaments. That's a question. What my bucket list fishing trip was, which is kind of funny because we've been working on it. So that would be Spain.
Wow.
The Wells Catfish. That may be our next year's summer vacation.
Oh, that'd be a dandy, man. That'd be a dandy. If you go to Spain and catch one of them Wells Catfish, that'd be awesome.
That's my bucket list. That's on my bucket list.
Yeah, that'd be a ton of fun.
She knows that's the only way we're going to Spain. Sorry.
That'd be a heck of a trip,
wouldn't it?
Oh man.
So I don't know if B&M Fishing is got on board with the Cat Masters, and we're excited about that. Looking forward to working with B&M. We're working on some other stuff, some other sponsors as well for 2020. What else we got to talk about, PK? There was something else that came up. So we're working on so many tournaments, I forget which one of them.
I've been getting a lot of questions about the big tournament you're playing in 2021, but I just tell them, you're just going to have to wait because I don't have these answers. A lot of times I'll get tidbits from guys and stuff that I can pass along, but that one's pretty hush-hush, and it's a long way off.
It's a long way off, correct. But it's again, it's a done deal. We're just trying to work out the details on the exact date. We're looking forward to that tournament as well.
Yeah, I like to go to all of them. They're just all a lot of fun. All of them are a lot of fun. So I don't see any more Questions about PK Melinda, I don't know near all. Trust me, I don't. But I'm excited about Caruthersville for next year. I think that'll be a blast. I know PK is going to be fun because we've not ever been there. And we're going to get to meet a lot of people that we never met before. And Monday, before the tournament, I will be sitting with you at your house where you are tonight.
Right here. Yes.
And we're going to be doing a Catfish Weekly show. And if Doc wants to come down there and join us, we'll have a blast.
Yes.
But
we might even invite Skinny.
Really? We have to separate you and Skinny or you and Doc. And don't put me in the middle of all that. But, yeah, we're going to come down there and we're going to do a live Catfish Weekly from Texas, and we're going to have a great time doing it.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, absolutely. It'll be a blast. And we're going to go out on that lake we've never been to before. And win, lose, or draw, we're going to have a good time. Doc's going to be fishing with Steve, and I know they're going to have a blast. And there's a lot of people that's going to be there that we know, but there's a whole bunch of people down your way that we've never met, and we're excited about that. That's going to be a ton of fun.
Yes. Yeah, so we're paying out. First place is $30,000, correct? It's a done deal. We're paying out here. Yeah. So we're paying out $70,000 in the top 10.
$70,000 for the top 10 places in Texas.
Wow.
And that's not counting the big fish for the 2 days. That's not counting the cash that is given for CRG3. There's a lot of different ways you can win cash. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. So we are having a Calcutta at PK. It's not going to be – I wish we had Jeff Dodd auction there, but Jeff won't be here. But we're doing a board style. The board will be set up ready to go on Wednesday at 5 o'clock. So you can come in, get your bid number. All the names will be up on the board. You bid – there will be a couple ladies behind the table. You tell them what you're wanting to bid, what team you're wanting to bid on, starting at 5 o'clock on Wednesday, and then it'll start back up on Thursday. It'll end right before the captain's meeting, which we expect to be around 6:30 on Thursday. You can bid. We'll at the end of that, about 15 minutes before the captain's meeting, we'll take the teams that haven't been bid on and pull them. But it's going to be basically an open bid without an auction style, if that makes any sense. That with 200 teams, it would take a couple of hours to auction off a Calcutta on teams. So it's going to be open. Big boards will be hanging on the wall. You pick them out. Somebody can go behind you and outbid you, and keep an eye on that board for 2 days. And that's how we're going to do that. Also, we'll have a Calcutta for the Gar division and the Striper division. You must be entered in the Calcutta on the Striper division to be able to win that chiller bait tank that's wrapped with the Catmasters that the Catfish Addiction donated.
Awesome.
So last year that was a pretty big. I think the team won $1,500 in the Calcutta. We expect that to be even bigger this year. So the winner will win the money and the chiller bait tank.
Way cool. And
we also have a no weight. We have 2 Shad Shack tanks coming as well. That's something else I want to. If there's any teams coming from the South Carolina, North Carolina area, contact us. We got a couple of tanks that we could save some money on some shipping, if that's possible. I know I looked at the list. I think the closest we have is Ohio, but I didn't know some of their team members that may be coming in that area. But if there's some teams around South Carolina, North Carolina that are coming, contact us. We got some stuff that we'd like to pick up. And you go pay $200 as well to pick it up.
Awesome. Very nice. Well, if you're bringing a boat out there, you got room to carry a couple of tanks.
Yep.
No question about it.
We fished, Skinny and I fished the King of the James and stopped through there and picked up their prize in North Carolina on our way up there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can help us on that, we appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, who doesn't want to win a bait tank? I know I do.
I do.
Yeah.
I need one.
Yeah, me too. in the worst kind of way. Worst kind of way. All right.
I want to say one more thing before. So I don't know if anybody, if you're looking for bait, we have PK One Stop. Brandy, you want to give her a call? And I know PK Tackle will also have fresh bait as well all week.
Okay, good
And
deal.
that may be important to a lot of you that have, if you have a hard time catching bait. I know a lot of people did last year.
All right. But there is bait, and if you want to buy it, you don't have to buy it, but you can if you want to. Or you can chase down your own, whichever works out for you.
Yes.
Awesome. Daniel Motto wants to know what big fish prize is with 300 teams in Texoma.
It's hard to say. You know, that's, if everybody went in, that'd be 15,000, and that's spread out 40% on Friday and 40% on Saturday, and then the other 20% would go to the biggest fish of the 2 days. But normally, I think PK, we're probably looking at 85% of the people went big fish. We haven't done the count yet, but not everybody puts in the extra $50 for big fish.
Yeah, well, if I'm coming that far, I'm getting in.
Me as well.
You know what I mean? I have one more thing here that I see right quick, and it says from Dale's Tackle, Lyle and Doc, have Brian give away another tackle package like from his PK show.
Okay.
I don't know what that is,
It's
but
a
Doc,
package of goodies.
okay, so Doc can draw everybody up, and we'll give that away. And how are they going to get that? Are you going to ship it? He going to ship it, or?
I think Dale will ship it.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Justin's Fishing Fetish is the winner.
Justin's Fishing Fetish. Contact Dale at Dale's Tackle. And by the way, Dale has been in the hospital today. I'm not sure if he's still in there or not. Don't really know what's wrong with him, but keep your thoughts and prayers out for Dale, wanting to get healed up so he can get back to shipping them products out to everybody. But Justin, just contact Dale and tell him you won in the chat giveaway that he had on Catfish Weekly, and he'll hook you up with a great prize. Thanks so much for being in chat. And Dale, thank you so much for being a part of Catfish Weekly. We appreciate it. All right. Anything else you can think of? I'm not seeing any more questions, Brian.
I can't think of anything. We're excited for everybody to get here.
Oh,
yeah. A lot of things going on.
Going to be a blast. And, we get past PK and we'll be down there doing a show with you, and that's going to be a lot of fun. And we need to make sure we get set up to do at least one show before Texoma. We might need to do two. That's something that you guys will have to let me know what we can do to help you, because we want that to come off as a giant tournament. I know it will.
Yeah, I think we might want to do one here, and then Ty may want to do one from Texoma with you guys.
That'd be great.
From Texoma.
Absolutely.
Some stuff we're working on there.
Dale says he's seen a specialist in the morning. I seen another one in here. Daggone it. They go so fast. Oh, Daniel Mata. I believe it was Daniel. Wanted to know if they was selling Skinny's almanacs at the – no, it was Jerry Dillard. Wanted to know if they were selling the almanacs at the PK One Stop.
Hey, Jerry, if you'll buy one, we'll sell it. I've got two of them on my desk right now.
What time to get to Boondocks on Wednesday?
I think we're going to start I'd get there early. I think Brandy's planning on starting around 7 o'clock.
So if you go in there and eat dinner and stay all afternoon, and then you'll be there for the night with a guaranteed place to sit?
Yes. Like I say, it's packed full with 160. I wouldn't be surprised if 200 people try to get in there Wednesday afternoon.
Give me a spot with a chair next to the wall so they can't throw me out of it and take it away from me. Sounds like a great time. I'm really excited.
We'll have a lot of fun.
Jerry says he wants to make sure Skinny autographs his, and he'll donate it. He's trying to sneak out of it now. Listen, Brian, thank you so much for all your information. We appreciate everything you guys are doing. I'm looking forward to some gigantic events and a lot of fun in Texas and at the Texas-Oklahoma line.
Yeah, thank y'all for the help, and we look forward to seeing y'all in a couple weeks.
So we're going to have a blast. Anything else, Doc?
Nope, looking forward to it.
Doc's going to be driving his truck.
Yeah.
Are you gonna make it up here Monday, Doc? Or
well, it depends on. I think Steve and I are leaving the tournament, Owensboro tournament. He said that we were going to go to Moonlight, eat barbecue, and then travel during the night.
oh, so you might be here Sunday?
Yeah, we might be there. I don't know how far it is from Owensboro. I doubt we'll be there Sunday. We may be there late Sunday because there's just no way I can fish a tournament and then try to drive all night.
I know how that is.
And I'm going to be following Steve because I'm going to be in my own truck.
Well, y'all have safe travels, both of you.
All
Absolutely.
right, thanks.
We will. Listen, thank you so much, Brian. I'll be talking to you really soon.
Thanks, y'all.
All right.
Brian.
Man, Doc, there's some big times coming up with them boys and a lot of good things coming up. They have so much stuff that they're working on. Big plans and fun times. That's what we're all about. I'm going to pull up something here that I was really surprised with. Like I say, this veterans drawing started with some people donating their prizes back to us. And I was shocked. Well, I wasn't really shocked because we got some great viewers that watch our show, and most of them highly respect our veterans as I do. And this has nothing to do with Fishing for Freedom in Quincy, one of my Cindy and I favorite event of the year, but it goes in conjunction of giving back to the folks that do so much for all of us that a lot of times don't gain the respect that they deserve. So I'm going to go through the list of the folks that are on it that signed up for this. John Paul Kelly, U.S. Air Force. Pat Dennison, as like I said a while ago, she started out as a WAC, and by the end of her time, she was in the Army. Steve Johnson, U.S. Army, 11th Brigade, 7th Light Infantry Division. Get these all straightened out here. Jimmy Egerton, U.S. Army Logistics Specialist. Dion Burks, Army and Marine Corps. David W. Mezer, EO2, U.S. Navy. Shannon Philly, U.S. Marine Corps. Kenny Oates, National Guard for 3 years and transferred to active duty Navy for 4 years, then Navy Reserves for 3 years. Tim Zaganini, I hope I got that right because he's listening. He's at work, and I called him to find out how to pronounce that. He was in Fort Carson and at Rock. He spent a year or two there. Robert Swanson, U.S. Army. Ronald Barrett, Army E4. Billy Sealock, Field Corpsman for the United States Navy. Joe Owens, U.S. Marine Corps. Trey Strop, U.S. Air Force. Michael Blanks, HM3, U.S. Navy, and I believe he told me that he was a medic, because some of these abbreviations, people that's been in the military, they know what they are, but a lot of us laymen do not. David Gross, U.S. Air Force. Justin Brucker, U.S. Navy. Benji Brown, UT3, Navy Seabee. Stephen Palma, 50. I'm not sure what that 50 stands for, but if he's watching, maybe he can write it down in chat and we can figure that out. Jeff McLean, U.S. Army. Terry Alexandra, 68W. Terry Rogers, 82nd Airborne Division. Richard Rackley, U.S. Air Force. Dustin Henderson, Army. Brad Boyle, Army, 91st Brigade. Terry Stone, my good buddy, United States Marine Corps. Kerry Cox, Army 3rd Special Forces Group Airborne. Man, Doc, 3rd Special Air Force Airborne. That spells badass to me. I'm not sure if that's the case, but it sounds like a badass to me. Jay Smith, U.S. Marine Corps. Corporal Sean Howe, U.S. Marine Corps. Neville Watkins, retired, 23 years, active duty U.S. Army. Mike White, U.S. Air Force. Jeremy Beecham, Army, 19K20. Not sure what that means, but I know that Jeremy will let us know. Jack Wall, U.S. Marine Corps. Stephen Cyril, Army. Kevin Boggs, U.S. Navy. Michael Haney, U.S. Air Force. Jim Loudermilk, Army. John David Tilley Sr., U.S. Navy, and Mr. Tilley come up and bought a trip. And Cindy and I are not guides, but we donated a trip, and him and his wife come up from Texas and fished with us on Lake of the Ozark. What a super nice guy he was. We had a blast with him. I hope we get to fish with him again someday. James Caldwell, Army. Corey Peterson, U.S. Marine Corps. Gil Roberti, U.S. Navy. 22 years of service from Gil. Thank you, sir. John Gilliland, U.S. Army. Jimmy Wesney, U.S. National Guard. Army National Guard, sorry. Joshua Pierce, Army. Rick Bell, U.S. Air Force. Tommy Garrett, U.S. Army. Eric Deary, Army, 88th M. Garrett Nichols, U.S. Marine Corps, 05 to 13. 65th 41 Aviation Ordnance, 2006 and 7, Operation Iraqi Freedom. Jim Lax, SFC, U.S. Army, retired, 84 to 2004, 20 years of service. Thank you. Here's one that is most impressive, and I don't have it down. Dennis Mayo. Let me pull this message up. I will tell you this. Kyle Wright is U.S. Air Force also, but Dennis Mayo, let me find my message with Dennis, because I knew that he was a lifetime guy in the military, and he spent 38 and a half years active duty in the Air Force and the Air National Guard. And 38 years is a long time to be in the military. And we want to thank all you guys for everything you do. There's no way that we can give back near as much as what you have given. And you guys, you're the very best. I thought you said something. I'm sorry. So Doc is back. And
had to let Luke out.
Well, okay. 861 miles to Possum Kingdom from Owensboro. Cindy hooked you up, man.
800?
Yeah, you're probably not going to drive there after fishing all day in a tournament.
No, I don't think so.
Now, for our veterans that we're going to do this giveaway for, we had some winners on a previous show, and they give back one Big Cat Fever rod. A guy donated it back for a veteran. And there was also a $20 gift certificate from Big Cat Fever that was donated back. These guys didn't collect their prizes, and they wanted to donate their prizes to a veteran. The only way we could do that was do a special show because we didn't know who was a veteran and who wasn't. And these guys jumped in on this, and Rigrap is helping us out tonight. All-American Catfishing, Offshore Tackle. Whisker Sticks is helping us out in a big way. James Arwood with Hooker's Terminal Tackle has got a really good prizes for us. James Dockery has donated 5 pounds of sinkers, bless his heart, and lightning bugs and angry cat, and then the slime line. So what do you say we get started with this?
All right, let's go.
All right. I'm going to randomize each one of them one time, and Cindy can write the prizes and the names down. So thank you guys for being part of our military and everything you've done for us. And here we go. The first prize will be a Rigrap rig pack. And for those of you that don't know what that is, This is a rig pack Rigrap. Now you can fill it up with all yellows, which would be 2, 4, 6, 8 yellows, or you could put 6 oranges in there. On the bottom of it, it has spots where you can fasten, and it comes with these little suction cups, or it has straps where you can strap it down. I've used the suction cup on one we have, and it's rode on a boat for a month or more at a time, never come undone. So it's a great deal to have this, and we're going to give this away to our first winner, and that is Stephen Palma, Palma. Thank you, Stephen, for your service. We appreciate it so much. And I got the pleasure, Doc, of going up and seeing the weigh-in for All-American Catfish yesterday. I have to tell you, that's one of the best run tournaments I've ever been around in my life. Great payout. They give – if you're fishing an All-American Catfish tournament, when you get there to fish in the morning – now, this was a 2-day tournament. They fed you. They had donuts and cakes and all kinds of stuff and hot coffee. You went and fished. You come back in. You had pulled pork sandwiches and potato chips and cold drinks. And they done that 2 days. No cost to the anglers. Heck of a deal. Tim and Uzi run a heck of a tournament. They got great payouts compared to the entries of a lot of the bigger tournaments. So if you get a chance to go do that. Tim and Uzi are donating 4 T-shirts and decals from All-American Catfish to the next 4 winners. And the first winner is Trey Stroop, S-T-R-O-U-P, U.S. Air Force. And the second one is James Caldwell, United States Army.
How do you spell it?
Caldwell. Now, the only people that can win these prizes are the ones that sent their names in to us. And, Doc, I think we should do this every year.
Oh, yeah.
I really do.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
I think so, too.
How many you got? 50?
Oh, there's 52.
52.
The winner of the next T-shirt and decal from All-American Catfish is Corporal Sean Howe, U.S. Marine Corps. And the last T-shirt, what's that?
Last name.
Howell, Howell. The last T-shirt and decal is Richard Rackley, Rackley, U.S. Air Force. Now, you guys can send us a message or email. You can send us a message on our Facebook page, and I will forward these addresses to these people, and they will ship them to you. Or you can send them to us at catfishweeklytv@gmail.com. Now, how many of those offshore tackle lanyards do we have, Cindy?
2.
We have 2 offshore tackle lanyards. And the winner of the first one is Shannon Philly, Philley, United States Marine Corps. And the second winner is Brad Boyle, Army, 91B. Boyle. The next prize comes from our good friends, Doc, at Whisker Sticks. And Lena said she wanted to give 2 catchets away. So let's give those away first. And again, they will ship these to you. The first winner is David W. Messer, Messer. The second catchet goes to Michael Blanks, United States Navy. Lena also wanted to give away 2 Buddy River cat bobbers. And the winner of the first one, are you ready? Joshua Pierce, United States Army. And the second one will go to Kevin Bogie, B-O-G-E, United States Navy.
Katie Dockery says, I would like to donate another 5 pounds of James Dockery sinkers to a vet.
Bless her heart.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think we need to make sure this is done every year, Doc. Lena said when she was doing the Catchets and the Muddy River Cat Bobbers that they also wanted to give away 2 Luna fish grips, their new product that they just come out with. And the first winner, missed it, is Robert Swanson, U.S. Army, S-W-A-N-S-O-N. And the second fish grip will go to Neville Watkins, W-A-T-K-I-N-S, retired 23 years, active duty, U.S. Army. I'm going to start scratching these off, Doc, because if I don't, I'm going to get mixed up here in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
One of the prizes that was donated back to us was a big cat fever rod. The gentleman never collected it, so we're going to give it away right now. And to get this, you will either need to send me your information at our Facebook, message me on our Facebook page, or email us at catfishweeklytv@gmail.com, or you can contact Tony Caton at Big Cat Fever Rods and go direct to him, because this prize was never collected. And the winner is Corey Peterson, U.S. Marine Corps. And I'm sorry I don't remember the names on these. I believe the gift certificate come from Sonny Parker. I cannot remember the name for the rod, and I went back and tried to find it and still couldn't find it. The rod, who donated the rod back. I can't remember. But anyhow, the guy's name that I couldn't pronounce, I sent him a message, and he called me on the phone. Tim Zach Anini. I hope I got that right. You just won a $20 gift certificate to Big Cat Fever Rods. Thank you so much. Let's give away them 2 5 pounds of sinkers from James and Katie. Now, Doc, I don't have a window open to see what's going on in our stream. So,
Well, I'm watching the chat.
Yeah, if that's what I mean. If there's anything I need to know about.
Yeah, I'll jump right in there.
Okay.
I'll interrupt you in a heartbeat.
I'm quite sure you will. One rod. The other was a $20 gift certificate from Big Cat Fever.
So the first one
was a rod. The second one was a gift certificate. Okay. All right. The first 5 pounds of sinkers from James and Katie Dockery goes to David Gross, U.S. Air Force, G-O-S-E. Messed up. G-O-S-S. Goss. And the second winner is my buddy and everybody's good friend, Dennis Mayo, United States Air Force, 38 and a half years.
What was that?
5 pounds of sinkers from Katie and James. Both of those. We have 2 of these prizes. The first one is a 4-pack of lightning bugs. And like I say, send us the message and tell us what you won, and I'll hook you up with J.R. Bird, and he'll know how to get these. The first winner is Mike White, United States Air Force. You just won a 4-pack of lightning bug lights. The second winner is James Lack, SFC, U.S. Army retired, 1984 to 2004, 20 years. Quite an accomplishment. You've also won a 4-pack of lightning bug lights.
Dennis Mayo just said, thank you, but please redonate them. I have way too many sinkers. Laugh out.
Way too many. All right, let's go ahead and give the sinkers away that Dennis won because he says he's got too many, so we're going to give them away again. And the winner of the sinkers is John Paul Kelly. And for some reason, I don't know how I didn't get him wrote down because I wrote every one of them out. But I didn't get that. And I'm sorry. And we also have a pro pack of Angry Cat Bobbers. Jeremy Beecham, United States Army. Just seen Jeremy yesterday. Congratulations. Now we have the 50-pound slime line that was won tonight and donated back. Like I say, you can send us your shipping address to Catfish Weekly's messenger, or you can send it to catfishweeklytv@gmail.com, or you could contact Tony Caton or Caleb Page at Big Cat Fever and you tell them you want an 80-pound slime line, the new leader material they just come out with. And this time the winner is Pat Dennis. Congratulations, Pat. That's awesome. Now, let me mark the ones off that we've been through. All right. Now, we'll give away the rod. We'll give away the gift certificate. We have 4 prizes left.
Lena's going to send Dennis Mayo a Luna fish grip.
Thank you so much, Lena. And Dennis, thank you for your service. We have James Arwood. Doc, James is, I talked to James for slightly today, and James wanted to be a part of this giveaway, and here's what he donated. For 4 lucky people are going to win, we're going to give away 4 $50 gift certificates to Hooker's Terminal Tackle.
Wow.
So, James, thank you so much for everything you do for us. That is an awesome prize, and we can't thank you enough. And I know these guys that are going to win this are going to appreciate it also. And the first winner, Steve Johnson, my good friend from California. Thank you, Steve, for your service, and enjoy your gift certificate from James Arwood. I'm going to donate. I'm going to loan Steve a trolling motor to use at PK, Doc.
Yeah.
I can't wait, man. I just love old Steve. He's such a swell guy. The second winner is Ronald Barrett, Barrett. Is he already a winner tonight?
No, I don't think so. I don't remember you saying that name.
I don't think so. Army E4. You have just won a gift certificate from Hooker's Terminal Tackle for $50. You can either send me your information and I'll pass it on to James, or you can contact James Arwood at Hooker's Terminal Tackle and tell him you was a winner on tonight's show. And the next winner, number 3, is Jay Smith, U.S. Marine Corps. Thank you so much, Jay. And we have 1 left. Jim Loudermilk, United States Army. Thank you, Jim, for your service. Enjoy your gift certificate. Contact James at Hookers, or you can contact me with your information, and I'll pass it along to them. Wow. I can't thank our sponsors enough and the people that won prizes and wanted to give them away to our military veterans enough, because these guys deserve so much more than we can ever give them back. And it made for a great show and a fun time. And like I say, Doc, I think this is something we should do every year. Just dedicate a show to give it away to prizes to military folks. Don't forget your remote for the trolling motor. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, Dustin did that. We were out there and he goes, "Where's the remote?" And we're both, Mike and I are looking at him. Where is it? We were getting ready to launch. He goes, "It's in the truck."
That's amazing.
So we had to go back and get it.
How about a tip of the week?
Tip of the week. For most of you guys that fish tournaments, and you have live wells running, let me see where this comes up. I'm on. Oh, I'm on the daggone it. Guess I had it there. I was on the wrong stream. Most of you know what this is. This is a screen for the intake on your pumps. Generally, you have one or two pumps. My suggestion and Doc's tip for the night is carry a couple of these. That way you never have to shut down the pumps. You can just spin these off, put a clean one on. You're back in business. Take the old one over the side, shake it out. That's Doc's tip for the night.
That's a great tip. Those are very inexpensive. They take up little to no space at all in your boat, and that is another great tip, Doc.
Yeah, and they're easy to change out.
Yeah, just very simple to do. All right. Had a great show tonight, Doc, with Brian on with us. I'm excited about getting to PK. I know you are. It's going to be a blast. I want to thank the people that started the donations again one more time by giving back their products and all the sponsors who jumped in so we could help our military guys out.
Was there a free entry to Texoma tonight?
There was a free entry to Texoma. But you know what? I forgot about that.
So did Brian, I'm sure.
Yeah, I bet he did. But we're going to give it away. Doc, are you loaded up?
But they've got to go.
Here's the stipulation on the Texoma entry. You cannot sell it. You cannot give it away. If you cannot use it or you cannot go, you must give it back to Catfish Weekly and we will give it away again. It's very simple. Very simple. Are you loaded up, Doc?
Yep, and the winner is Trophy Trash Fishing. Trophy Trash Fishing.
Okay, that's a new one on me. Trophy Trash Fishing. Please let us know if you can use the Texoma free entry donated by the Possum Kingdom Cat Masters for the Texoma tournament in January. If you cannot use that, we want to make sure that it goes to someone that will be able to make it.
And if you can't make it, we'll give it away next week.
Well, yeah, unless they send us a message tonight. But if they cannot, you cannot sell it. You cannot give it away. You either use it or you donate it back to us. So we have to know before next week's show if you're going or if you're not going, and let us know. And if you're not, we're going to give it away again.
Yep.
And since he's not seen any messages, he's probably from Oklahoma. Jerry, you're on fire tonight, buddy.
And for those of you that are fishing monsters on the Ohio, that is 11 days, 8 hours, 30 minutes, and 32 seconds away. Owensboro, Kentucky.
That is one of the premier tournaments of the land. We couldn't make all of them this fall, and we was already entered in Possum Kingdom, and I am going to miss going down there and seeing our old buddy Aaron really bad. But there comes a time when things have to do. You make commitments and you have to stick with them. And we really wanted to fish Possum Kingdom, but this will be the first year in 6 or 8 years or longer that we haven't been to Monsters on the Ohio, and we're definitely going to miss all of that. So I hope everybody has a great time, and I know, Doc, you're going to have a blast down there because we always do. Always do.
And it got disrupted, but I am not going to tell anybody who I'm fishing with in Monsters on the Ohio. Y'all are going to have to find out about it.
Hold on just 1 second.
Doc, go to the Hickory Pit Great Barbecue in Owensboro. Okay, thanks, Pat.
Have the guy who won my redonated sinkers contact me. This is from Dennis Mayo. He says, have the guy who won my redonated sinkers contact me. I'd like to add 10 pounds to his winnings. Dennis, thank you so much.
John Paul Kelly.
John Paul Kelly. If you're still watching this, or if you watch it after the show, Dennis Mayo he won the sinkers, donated them back. Your name was drawn out. You would get 5 pounds of sinkers from James and Katie Dockery. And Dennis Mayo, the guy that originally won it, would like to add 10 pounds of sinkers to that also. That's awesome. And Dennis is a super nice guy. We've known him for years and years. But one of the things, we talk about giveaways, and a lot of guys have giveaways, and that's all fine and good. But with the people that we have that donate stuff to our show, and the viewers that we have that are so gratefully donating products back, it just proves what I've said all along. Nobody does giveaways like we do, and we got the best fan base in the whole world. Viewers, I call them viewers. It's the first time I think I've ever called them a fan, because we don't consider ourselves to be anything unique. We just have viewers, and we appreciate each and every one of them, and a special thanks out to our military folks. And unless you have something else, Doc?
Thanks, Palamo Cats.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, you donated to us.
Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate that. That's awesome.
No, nothing else going on.
Okay. We're running over an hour and a half, and you know what that means.
Yeah.
Thank you, Eric. We appreciate it.
Oh, man. T-Med Alexander had a guy sell a boat out from under me today. Drove 2 hours just before I got there.
Wow. Yeah, that's too bad.
Wow.
I've missed sales on different items over the years, but if I tell somebody I'll hold it till they get there, but if they tell me a time and they're late, that's different. But if you drove 2 hours to get there, that's a bad situation. But we all go through things like that.
When I sold my boat, my ProCat, it was seconds and minutes from the time I put it up that people were, messaging me.
That's right.
They wanted it. So the first one, I went back and okay, here it is, right here.
Yep. And it went to a great home.
Yeah. And I don't know if he's won a tournament in it yet or not, but
I've seen it.
I saw where he fished a tournament.
Yep, I seen him at some weigh-ins in it, and the boat looks awesome. Really did. It's a great boat. I know that Tommy and Tim will take good care of it, and they'll enjoy it.
Just about ready. I put the trolling motor on. I got the Rodan on it. So today I put the nav lights on it. So I'm getting everything on it before I ever take it out.
That's a good idea, and then everything's ready to go. You won't have nothing to worry about.
Yep. So.
All right. I think that'll do it for tonight's show.
Appreciate you. 110 thumbs up, two thumbs down. That's all right. We love our haters.
We do.
But
thanks everybody for watching the show. I'm sorry, Doc.
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Want to thank everybody for watching the show tonight. We'll be back next Monday night. For Cindy and Doc, I'm Lyle. Thanks for watching Catfish Weekly. See you next Monday night.
See y'all. Thanks again.